Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago PD showrunner considers potential FBI crossovers with Lee Sofer in his new role. Chicago PD showrunner Gwen Sigan addresses an FBI international crossover with Lee Sofer's new character. The possibility of Soffer reprising the role of Jay Halstead resurfaced recently when the actor expressed an openness to returning to Chicago PD despite his on-screen involvement with FBI International, which is technically part of the One Chicago universe. The actor has not appeared on One Chicago since Halstead's controversial exit in October 2022. In an interview with Screen Rant's Rachel Forch, Sigan was asked about Soffer showing up to Chicago PD as his new FBI international character Wes Mitchell. The executive producer and showrunner sounds unconvinced about the idea that Soffer would play two characters, though she adds that Halstead could also return to One Chicago as a one-off. Read the response below. Soffer joined FBI International Season 4 earlier this year as Wes Mitchell, filling the void left by departing cast member Luke Kleintank, who played Supervisory Special Agent Scott Forrester. The character has a generally more relaxed vibe compared to Halstead, knowing when to get serious and when to lean back. It's worth noting that the FBI shows and One Chicago all fall under Dick Wolf's Wolf Entertainment production company, which routinely reuses actors for different characters. The situation with Soffer is a little different for two reasons. The first reason is that there's a loose connection between the main FBI series and Chicago PD, which crossed over once in the past, though that doesn't include FBI International. The second reason is that Halstead's departure from Chicago PD proved extremely unpopular. He essentially abandons his wife, Haley Upton, Tracy Spiridakos, in pursuit of a case, and the two end up divorcing. Spiridakos later left Chicago PD herself. Soffer has been open to coming back as Halstead, though nothing is in the works on that front. Halstead could eventually show up back in Chicago PD, with both the showrunner and the actor signaling that a brief return would benefit the story, but at least for the moment, it sounds like the surefire way to see Soffer is through his new role as FBI International's Wes Mitchell. Still, considering both worlds are under the same umbrella, some bit of closure may not be out of the question. The Windy City might soon find itself entangled with the FBI in more ways than one, as Chicago PD showrunner Gwen Sigan recently revealed the possibility of crossovers with the hit series FBI. At the center of these swirling rumors is none other than Lee Sofer, who has taken on a new behind-the-scenes role after stepping away from his on-screen duties as Detective Jay Halstead. Fans are already buzzing with anticipation, imagining the thrilling possibilities of the two Dick Wolf-produced universes colliding in high-stakes joint investigations. Soffer, a fan favorite since the inception of Chicago PD, left audiences heartbroken when he departed in Season 10. His character, Detective Halstead, left Chicago to work with an anti-cartel task force overseas, leaving behind his new wife, Detective Haley Upton, and a legion of viewers who cherished his moral compass and tactical expertise. But now he's back, albeit in a different capacity, as a director for the show. And with his return to the production side, Sigan says there's room to explore new storytelling avenues, including potential crossovers with FBI. "We love the idea of expanding our universe," Sigan said in a recent interview. "Jesse has brought incredible insight to the director's chair, and the idea of collaborating with FBI feels like a natural evolution. The stakes are higher than ever in law enforcement storytelling, and mixing these two teams could give fans some unforgettable moments." The possibility of a crossover event has fans speculating on what that might look like. FBI, which follows the lives and cases of the New York-based Federal Bureau of Investigation team, often deals with large-scale threats like terrorism, organized crime, and espionage. Pairing them with the intelligence unit of Chicago PD, which primarily focuses on street-level crimes with emotional depth, could create a compelling dynamic. Imagine FBI Special Agent Maggie Bell working alongside Sergeant Hank Foyt to dismantle a multi-city drug trafficking operation, or perhaps Owe Zidane and Haley Upton going undercover together to crack a human trafficking ring stretching from New York to Chicago. And if Jay Halstead were to make a guest appearance, fans would undoubtedly go wild. We know how much the audience loves these characters, Sigyn acknowledged. Crossovers always provide an opportunity for more character development, higher stakes, and storylines that feel larger than life. Lee Sofer, for his part, has remained somewhat tight-lipped about the potential of stepping back in front of the camera. "Right now, I'm really focused on directing," he said in a recent social media Q&A. "It's been an amazing challenge, and I love seeing the show from a different perspective. But never say never." His response sent fans into a frenzy, with social media threads lighting up with theories. One popular prediction suggests Halstead could reappear during a major FBI/Chicago PD crossover, perhaps as part of a task force assigned to assist the intelligence unit with an international cartel investigation, an ideal tie-in to his current work overseas. Such a storyline could also provide emotional closure for Upton, who has been struggling with Halstead's absence. "We know viewers want to see how Haley processes everything," Sigyn noted. "A crossover could give us the perfect platform to explore that emotional arc." The potential for crossovers also excites cast members from both shows. Missy Peregrym, who plays Agent Maggie Bell on FBI, commented on the speculation. "I love the Chicago cast. We've crossed paths during the Big One Chicago events, and it's always a blast. The idea of teaming up to tackle a case is exciting." Crossover events are nothing new to Dick Wolf's television empire. The interconnected nature of Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD has already delighted fans for years. Add FBI into the mix, and you get a narrative playground with endless possibilities. One storyline that has gained traction among fans involves a potential terrorist threat that starts in Chicago and extends to New York, pulling both teams into a joint operation. Such a plot could see Voight collaborating with FBI Assistant Special Agent in Charge Jubal Valentine, whose tactical mindset and emotional intelligence mirror Voight's intense leadership style. "We've always said that these shows exist in the same universe," Sigyn said. "The challenge is making sure the crossover stories feel authentic and serve the characters' journeys, not just for the sake of spectacle." From the bustling streets of Chicago to the high-pressure investigations in New York, the merging of Chicago PD and FBI could deliver some of the most compelling television moments in recent memory. And with Lee Sofer now positioned behind the camera, fans are hopeful his creative vision will help bridge the gap between the two worlds. Until official announcements are made, viewers can only speculate. Will Halstead return, not just as a director but as a task force liaison? Will Voight clash with FBI higher-ups as they try to work together? Will Upton finally get the closure she needs? Whatever the outcome, one thing is clear. The potential for these crossovers has ignited excitement among fans and cast members alike. As Sigyn put it, "When the stakes are this high, the possibilities are endless, and who knows? Maybe we'll even surprise ourselves." So Chicago fans, stay tuned. The next big case might require teamwork from both sides of the FBI's field offices, and Lee Sofer might just be the one calling the shots.